Akira, the Sparrow Whisperer. Once upon a time, a boy named Akira lived with his grandmother in a beautiful mountain village in Japan. He was a hard-working and kind-hearted boy. The villagers loved him because of his innocence and kindness. Akira was 2 years old when his parents died in an accident. Akira's parents were driving home from a family gathering when a sudden rainstorm caused the road to become slippery. Their car slid off the road and hit a tree, causing a deadly accident. By the grace of God, Akira somehow survived, but his parents died. Since then, he lived with his grandmother in an old house on the mountain. His grandmother used to sell warm hats she knitted in the winter to make ends meet. One day, Akira returned from school and took his goat to the forest to graze. While walking in the forest, he noticed a bird's nest on the ground. He saw some broken eggs and a dead bird. The nest may have fallen from the tree due to strong wind. He thought something bent down and picked up the bird. He shook it, but it was dead. However, 2 young birds in the nest were alive and making noise. Akira carefully picked them up and brought them home. "Grandma, Grandma, look what I brought." "Oh, Akira, you must have brought some strange wild fruit." "No, Grandma. These are the babies of a bird that may have been born 2 or 3 days ago." "Oh, you should not have brought them home, Akira." "Grandma, their nest fell from the tree." Akira told Grandma the whole incident and then ran to fetch water in a small bowl from the kitchen. His innocent heart was worried for the children. Baby sparrows drank water, but they still seemed hesitant. Akira thought they must be hungry. Unlike Akira, Grandma was not too interested in them. She was engaged in household tasks. "Grandma, what will they be eating? They might want to drink milk." "Grandma, is there any milk at home? I made cheese with all the goat's milk." Akira ran and brought a piece of bread from the kitchen and placed it in front of the children. But they did not eat anything and continued to cry. Akira put all the fruits and vegetables in the house one by one in front of them. But how could those little sparrows eat all of them? "Grandma, they are not eating anything." He said sadly, "How will they grow up?" "Perhaps they might eat something like millet," said Grandma. "There is no millet in the house." "Grandma, will you give me a yen so I can bring millet for them from the market? But I have kept it for your school in the morning so that you can eat something there." Grandma said with concern, "It is okay, Grandma. I will not take any money from you for school tomorrow." So, the little Akira took a yen from the grandmother and brought millet. When the sparrows ate the millet, Akira became very happy. Akira put them in a bowl, brought some leaves from the tree outside, and put the baby birds around the bowl. "What are you doing, Akira?" It was evening. Due to the darkness and lack of vision, Grandma stopped knitting the cap and brought sesame bread and cheese for him. "Grandma, I am building a house for them so that they feel more safe." Grandma laughed at Akira's love and innocence and said, "I will make a cage for them with the help of a basket and rope where you can put millet and water for them. Now let us have dinner. Then you also have to do your schoolwork." The baby sparrows began to grow up near Akira. Akira took special care of them like he would his goat. Seeing his love, Grandma also took good care of them. The babies grew up and became full-fledged birds. Now these babies turned into bright blue sparrows. They were very beautiful sparrows. One day, Akira was overjoyed when he saw that one of the sparrows had laid 3 eggs. "Grandma, Grandma, look, the blue-colored bird has laid eggs now. Babies will come out of them too." He was very happy. "Yes, son, if animals and birds are kept with love, God is pleased and gives us many rewards." Grandma patted Akira's head with love. The living conditions in their home were worsening because Grandma, who was getting older, was no longer able to knit as many hats as she used to. Akira thought that if he went to school in the morning and got a job in the evening, then Grandma would get rest. Akira had always been fascinated by birds. As a child, he would spend hours watching them fly, sing, and interact with each other. One day, when he was walking in the park, he noticed a small bird hopping around on the ground, chirping wildly. Akira approached the bird and whispered a few words to it. To his amazement, the bird stopped chirping and looked directly at him. Akira realized that the bird had understood him. From that day on, Akira began to experiment with his new ability to communicate with birds. He spent hours in the park, talking to birds and trying to understand their responses. Over time, he discovered that different bird species had their unique ways of communicating and that he could understand and respond to most of them. As he grew older, Akira's ability to whisper and talk with birds became more refined. He discovered that he could use different tones and pitches to convey different emotions. He also learned that birds had an incredible sense of community and that they would help each other out when needed. Now the birds used to fly around him whenever he went out. One day, Akira had an idea. He thought he should earn money using his unique ability. He went out to look for work in the nearby market in the evening. After some time, several pairs of sparrows had gathered with him. One day he was passing by the same shops that someone might call him to give him a job. This time the bird's cage was in his hand. A man standing there looked carefully at him and his sparrows for a while, and then came to him. "Oh boy, are these sparrows yours?" "Yes, I raised them." "Will you sell me a sparrow?" "I will give you 10,000 yen. Akira's eyes widened with amazement. That was a lot of money for one sparrow. But why? He was confused. "Do not you know this blue mountain sparrow is one of the uncommon birds in existence?" Akira felt that this person was a thug who wanted to lure him somehow. Grandma used to say that thugs take children by luring them. Akira refused the man, came home, and told the whole story to Grandma. Grandma said you did very well not to sell the sparrow to this man. "But Grandma, did you know that this is a rare bird? Tomorrow, I will go with you to the bird shop. We will find out its actual price there." The next day, Grandma and Akira asked for the price of a sparrow at the bird shop. The shopkeeper was willing to pay 5 times more than the previous man. Without any hesitation, Akira sold him a pair of sparrows. He still had many of the sparrows. From that point onward, their financial condition improved a lot. Grandma did not even have to knit woolen hats. As Akira grew up, he continued to communicate and look after the birds, but he also focused on his studies and worked hard to get a good job. He used his earnings to take care of his grandma and help the villagers in need. He taught the children in his village about the importance of kindness and compassion. This story has an important message that small acts of kindness can make a big difference in the world.